bone, but relatively strong right there behind his hump. Square out of his hip, very uniform from his front to his rear rib in terms of depth. A bull again, just second in this class, giving up a little of the overall structure below took place in that pair.
Okay, guys, kind of got a little distracted there. Sorry. Okay, that was class 28.
Class 28 summer bull calves. First place went to Garrett Thomas.
Garrett Thomas, A.T. Brahmins is going to be first.
Rock. We're on class 29 coming in, late spring bull calves.
Okay. We're going to go to a commercial so I can like wheel around and help you guys out here a little so I don't give you motion sickness. Okay, so this is going to be class number 29. Class number 29. Our gray bull show is just a little larger than our red bull show. So, but we're still going to stream the whole thing together, guys. Whole thing together. Okay, we are in the gray bulls. Thanks, guys. And whoops, let me move around here. We are in class number 29. Okay, this is class number 29, guys. Hey, thanks for watching. Sorry, we got a little lost there. We're on class number 29. In our last class, we had Garrett Thomas of A.T. Brahmins. His bull won A.T. Mr. Hudson 798 over 0. That's going to be a Mr. V8 194 over 7 son out of A.T. Miss Emma Manso. And in second place, we had Carson Rabb, and that was going to be a Mr. Gary Stewart, and that was going to be a Mr. V8 48 over 8 son out of Walter's Patsy Klein. So we have moved along. Now again, hey Barry Smith, glad to see you're watching. We have moved along and we are in the second class of the calf division of the Gray Bull Show. Gray Bull Show. Just so you guys know, we are uploading some photos that we took today. Right now, I think I'm uploading 850 gray female photos. So if you can't find yourself in the arena in one of those photos, greetings from Costa Rica. How are you? So glad to see you watching us from Costa Rica. You're probably a little warmer than we are. We're not miserable cold, but it's a little chilly. So BrahmanPhotos.com is where you can go to buy your photos. We will be putting the backdrop photos up tomorrow, guys. Whoops. So that we have a chance to go through, edit, kind of crop them in a little bit. But we just put those arena photos in raw, and we just put them right up for you. So we already have all the red female photos. We're putting up gray female photos right now. We have the group photos from the arena. We have those already up. So everything but the gray bull, which we're watching right now. Barry Smith is probably enjoying watching the Bullseye Ranch entry right there. That's going to be Mr. B.E.R. Quincy. So he is in the arena. And that's a Mr. Paquin son. Okay.
Fairly complete bull here to start this trio.
Looks like he's starting with the bullseye.
In terms of his bone, or
Hey,
necessarily
Luann,
the
glad to
most
see you're
expressive,
watching.
but I think he's the most fault-free today. A bull, you love his center. He's got a lot of depth from fore to rear rib. Really strong right behind his shoulders, square out of his hip. Again, he's rugged enough for me today. Offers some length up front where you feel like he could offer some a fairly good-looking female on the other end of that production cycle. But again, bull today that just has too much middle. Really like his length of pattern here in this class. And then a bull I really like. It's hard to get a good read on when he's walking around the ring. But he's rock solid down his top as the bull that we have in second. Obviously, compared to our class winner, he's a shorter-sided bull, but that's a relative term just between those two in a pair. I think he's awful. I think he's awful nice balance in terms of his length of side. He's a bull that's got a big old hip in him and a big square hip. I think he's one as he continues to get in these show rings and just relax a little bit, kind of like he was doing just for a second there. Then he'd be a whole lot easier to read and might actually step around that longer pattern bull that we started the class with. Then we've got a bull that kind of rounds the class out. One really correct, one that's really level. Again, one that's just getting a little bit outpowered in that pair of bulls ahead of him today.
Okay, that was class number 29. And so we had our first place was going to be the
Results
Mr.
of
BER
class
Quincy
29
714.
broadcast.
And that's
First place
a
goes to
LCHS
Ranch.
Mr. Paquin's son
Second
out of the
goes to
JDH
Shelby
Good
County
Manso
Company, and
female.
third
Very
goes to
famous
Walters
female.
Livestock.
And in
Now
second, we
ready
had
for
the
class
Schulte's
30
Ranch.
spring
Schulte
bull
was in
calves.
second with their SG Elroy 117/5 out of Lady H. Peyton Manso. So now, oops, sorry guys, we are moving right along. Oops, and this is going to be class number 30. Sorry, I'm like becoming really not doing as well as I was earlier today. Clearly, I need maybe to eat or something. That would be helpful. But hey, we're at a cow show. We're busy. We're doing stuff. Okay. So, thanks guys for watching. So this is class number 30. And then we'll go to class 31 and 32, which are larger. Ooh, we do have some larger classes, but we're just going to run through the whole thing, guys, because it gets kind of smaller as we go later on. So we're just going to do the whole Gray Bull show together as one big drive, and I hope that's okay. Hey, Kevin, how are you? So again, guys, just so you know, we have the Red Bull classes are uploading. All the red female classes are up, the group classes are up, and the gray female classes are, I believe, loading. Yep, the gray female classes are loading on our Brahmin Journal site, our BrahminJournalPhotos.com. So Brahmin Photos or Brahmin Journal Photos. I'm going to see if maybe one of the team could put a link on our Facebook page or in the comments or something. So if you want to go see the photos from the arena today, we have a couple thousand. Yep, we do. We have quite a few that are already up, and we'll be loading them up. Actually, we have, yeah, quite a few. Wow. Bulls are getting a little excited. It's getting around dinner time. It's getting kind of a little chillier. Team Heritage here. He's doing a great job with his bull calf. Okay, so we have about 1,200 photos already uploaded, and there are still more going up as we speak. So alrighty then. So make sure you guys go to grummanphotos.com. We have some great prices. We make the photos super affordable. So there's my extra camera person right there in front of us. That is the, oops, sorry, a little too dark. Lovely Bethelin. Hey guys, thanks for watching. We're in the Gray Bull Show. So this is the class number 30. Yep, we are on class number 30. Class number 30. Looks like Team Heritage is sitting in that first spot right there. That is going to be the Mr. H. Statesman Manso. I just love the names that Team Heritage comes up with. And speaking of Team Heritage, you know, you could get a bull at the Spring Brahmin Bull online sale from Team Heritage. You know, they have the winner in this class, so there you go. You could buy the next winner maybe. That sale is going to be Tuesday, February 2nd, 2021 on none other than bestcattlesales.com. We're very honored that Heritage has chosen us and given us the responsibility to help them with their online bull sales. So we're super excited about that. Now, of course, the judge could change his mind. He is walking these two. So, you know, but we do have Team Heritage bull right there up at the top. He's a little excited. The Statesman's a little excited, but you know, politics have been kind of crazy lately. So anyway, don't forget that Heritage sale that will be happening soon. Again, this is class 30. Let's see if we can get to that other angle. I'm going to move a camera so y'all don't have to take that difficult ride. Let's see. There we go, right there. All right, that's 1 and 2. Not sure exactly if he's going to keep them in this order. Checking him out. He's looking. Think he's leaving them? We'll see.
This is an interesting top pair. I'm going to start with the young man here in the cowboy hat. This is a good group of two, quite contrasting in their type and kind. You got a real square hip, real stylish, real eye-appealing bull that's got adequate in terms of bone, but got real good body to him. I just love this bull from the profile. He surprises you when you get behind him. He's got more natural width and thickness than you would think, popping out of his stifle from the profile. But in terms of style and balance and all those kind of show ring quality traits, he's really clean and he's really cool hipped. I like him on top. The thick-ended one that you like in terms of overall muscle shape is the one that we have in second. He gets a little bit plainer about the hip compared to the bull that starts the class. He's a bull that probably steps down on a slightly more rugged set of feet and legs, and you do like that about him. A bull that I think fits himself relatively well, and there's probably not a cleaner enabled one in here in terms of bell size or angle. So from all those standpoints, there's a lot of give and take between those bulls. Obviously, if you want to, on the muscle side, this is the bull you're going to grab a hold of real quickly. I grabbed a little bit more stylish, a little prettier hip bull comparatively, but both of them are really good. Then you got a big outline bull here coming in next. He's the rugged bull in the group. Big set of feet and legs, but yet fits his body type. He's a big outline, long pattern type of a bull. He's a bull that appears to be a touch steeper out of his hip. When the young lady gets him set and when he's in motion, he's not. He levels out relatively well out of his hip. Compared to the one ahead of him, obviously he's not as expressive when you view him from the rear, but he's really fits his body type well from the ground all the way up. That's a good bull in the third place hole as well. Then you got a bull that comes in next. I'd love to see just a little bit more rugged in terms of his bone underneath. Not unlike the bull that started this class in terms of style and eye appeal. He's a real pretty hip bull.
Was the
He's got
second
some
bull the
strength right
Butler
there
bull?
behind his shoulders. I think he's a bull that's got a lot of three-dimensional shape to his rib. As he gets a little bit older, if his foot size grows just a tick and he softens in that flank, this bull's going to be really hard to get around on a profile. Not the thickest ended, and again, not the heaviest bone, but adequate in both traits. Then you got a bull that comes in next, a little bit bigger outline bull than the one we just talked. He's more rugged, kind of like the big white bull we talked a little bit earlier. He's a bull that gets a touch coarser over his hip, maybe roaches up just a tick today. In terms of that, not unlike the bull we described in the last class, I didn't get a very good view of him either walking around the ring, wanting to strafe and sidestep for me. But again, like the feet and legs under this bull. And we round the class with a good bull.
I just
good
can't
pigment,
find him on the list.
relatively complete, nice balance type of bull. Fits his body type. Again, he's kind of easier to roll down to this side of the placing, just due to him being a greener, lighter in his weight per day of age bull. But I think when you evaluate him from end to end, he's good. That was a good group of 6. That's kind of how I sorted them.
Okay, that was
Results of
class 30.
First place went to Heritage Cattle Company. Second
I gotcha.
went to Razorback Farms.
Okay,
Third
so
went
second
to
place, I thought
IS
this,
Ranch.
so if Butler,
Fourth
if
went to
Rick Butler, if
Hudson
you're watching,
Matthews.
kudos
Fifth
to you, dude.
went
That
to
was a
Kendall
very
Shepherd.
beefy cold bull
And sixth
that you
went to
bred,
Walters
that Razorback
Livestock.
owns with
Now
you.
coming in
So that was Butler's
is class
Cold
31.
3 over
Late
0, and that was
June bull
Butler
calves.
Cold Texoma out of JDH Lady Daisy Manso. Oops, sorry guys. Let's get the right class number. This is going to be class number 31. Class number 31. Oops, sorry. Okay. Class number 31 is a little bit larger class. And woohoo, we've got Dylan watching with us again. Dylan, every time you watch, I just have to say thank you. So I just have to say thank you to Dylan because he does such a great job with supporting the Brahmin breed. And Dylan, of course, is part of Elgin Breeding Service. They have a family tradition of quality since 1954. They do an amazing job. They do a really good job with their collection service. And of course, we go there, we take photos of bulls there, and we really enjoy it. They have custom semen collection and processing. They have professional exportation. They have post-mortem semen harvesting, custom semen storage, domestic semen shipping, a eye consultation, frozen semen evaluation and reporting, and so much more. Beautiful place, great people, you should stop by sometime and go see the bulls there at Elgin Breeding Service. So thank you for all you do for us, Dylan. Just saying. Okay, let me back up a little bit so you guys can get a bigger view here. And Dylan, you probably are interested in watching this because think about this. These are your future herd sires. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, exactly. So let's go back to that previous class. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked trying to figure out who was second. That first place winner, oh, I love this, the sire of the first place winner. So Mr. H. Statesman Manso won that class. That's a Team Heritage bull. And y'all, that's a Mr. H. Thor Manso. If you never saw Thor, I had to think about saying that. If you never saw Thor in person, beautiful bull. And he is out of the Lady H. Bella Manso female. So Team Heritage all the way there. Mr. H, Lady H. And then, of course, kudos to our good friend Rick Butler of Butler Farms, because he bred the bull that was ending up second in that very difficult class. And that was Butler's Polled Co. 3/0, and that's going to be a Butler Polled Texoma son out of JDH Lady Daisy Manso. And so when you're thinking polled genetics, you know, think Butler Farms. Of course, we're going to be doing an article about some polled breeders and polled genetics here, probably in the March edition of the magazine. And so if you're a polled breeder, let us know. Shout out to us. We're going to have special advertising opportunities and also some cool articles about polled cattle, because we want to do more to support our polled breeders. Now we're going to whip around over here as we are in class 31. We have a little bull over there that's deciding he's going to be a little frisky there, so we're just going to move around here as his handler takes good care and takes care of him, tells him he has to behave. Hey Lacey, glad you are joining us. We're in the Gray Bull Show. We're getting close to the Calf Champion Drive here. Let us know where you guys are watching from. Okay, it looks like he's probably pulling some of the cattle in. He's kind of changed his judging pattern throughout the day, but depending upon the size of the class. So right now, he's pulling from last to first. I'm going to guess, because this is kind of the pattern that he's used in other larger classes. And we have a bull that's like pulling on the fence down there, and so it's making my whole little thing rattle. I'm sitting up on a 4-foot high double stacked set of tables, 8-foot square. So I have a great place, bird's eye view today. And I'm guessing if Barry Smith is watching, he's watching right here. Hey, Neil, how are you doing? Haven't seen you guys in a while. Jeremy Lowen. Jeremy, where are you? Are you here? Are you there? Where are you? Okay, so these are the top, what have we got out there? 4? Yep, we got 4 out there. These are the top 4. Judge is pulling. And hang on. Okay, we now have the top 3 right here. Really nice looking bulls. We have a V8. We have a Bullseye Ranch. And I'm going to guess we have another Bullseye Ranch. Hey, thank you, Larry. Really appreciate it. Okay, Jeremy, we'll see you next week in Oklahoma City. We had you on the show program, so I thought maybe you would be here. But we will see you in Oklahoma City. We will be there next week. Jeremy Lowen of 4L will be there next week.
Starting with the real stout main bull here on this fall ranch.
Going with the
One of
Bullseye
the more
Ranch.
expressive bulls in this group. Great top group, really great all the way throughout. But this one's the one I've kind of found on top that I like. He's a bull that steps down on a good set of feet and legs, fairly rugged compared to some bulls in this group. He's square and level out of his hip. More importantly, extremely strong right there behind his shoulders.
Do we have the
eyes in high, not super
entries
long
up?
up front, but he absolutely fits his body type. And again, the more expressive, correct, sound-structured bull in the group. That's why I found him on top. Got a big rugged bone bull coming in second as well. Really strong out of his hip. He's a bull that is just still kind of growing from his shoulder into his hip, but he's strong right there behind his hump. He's a bull that might be even a touch more rugged maybe than the bull that starts this class. I do think he's a little bit tighter hearted today. I think he's a bull that gets a little more undulous in terms of the length. I think he's got a good angle to the navel, and the bell is small. We're talking nitpicky things. Absolutely love the hip in this bull, but again, I think there was too much power and too much overall complete package in that top bull, but a really good pair here on top. The real stylish bull in terms of show ring quality is the one we have in third. He gives up a little in terms of overall substance compared to that top pair. He's not as deep side nor as capacious, as three-dimensional shape to his rib, but he fits his body type well, probably the nicest balanced bull in the class, and I sure like to see him on the move. Then you got another really rugged featured big bone bull here coming in next. That a lot will like. He's got a lot of good to him. For me, he pitches just a touch right there behind his shoulders today.
706.
Wants to get just a little bit weaker there. I think he's probably in a little bit of a growth phase. By far, one of the most rugged set of feet and legs in this class with a long pattern.
Hey,
and
Cody,
still
glad
a
to see
good
you
balanced
watching with
look
us.
for me today. Again, it was just right there behind his
Y'all
hump
look
that
for
kind of
the,
put him out of that top
bull
trio.
listing.
And then another really pretty
in the
clean made
descriptions, if
type
y'all
of
need to
bull
see the class
is
entries.
the one that we have here next. By far the cleanest navel and cleanest up through that front 1/3. He's one that just for me today, similar in the type and kind
Kat,
of one we
the
just
bull in
described.
second's
It's a
name
touch
is
weaker right there
Omega.
behind his
Thank you,
shoulder.
Kat.
Again, these bulls are going to change quite a bit, and I absolutely love him from his loin back. As we kind of get out into the rest of these bulls again, they may have just given up some of the
Omega.
overall
He was
quality
second.
traits or feet
Hey,
and legs that we
Jason,
saw
how are you?
in
Glad
that
to
top
see you
group.
watching.
But good quality
Jason
throughout.
is not here, but we will do a little shout out because we are going to have, I'm so excited about this. Oh, wait, that's wrong. Okay. So let's see. Okay, Jason. So we're gonna do, and I'm super pumped about this. I've been getting some
Results of
little,
class 31. First
been getting
place
some,
went to Bullseye Ranch.
I've been
Second
getting
place
some
went to
little
V8
sneak
Ranch.
peeks of
Third
some of these
place went to
offerings that we're going to be
Bullseye
having
Ranch.
in the Southern Bells
Fourth
sale
went to Garrett Thomas.
on our Best Cattle sales.
Fifth,
It'll be
Walter's
live
Livestock.
and online. It'll be in Hattiesburg,
Sixth,
Mississippi,
Satterfield Ranch.
July of 2021.
Seventh,
And we're going to
Joyce
have
Custom
Boga Cheetah
Diggers.
cattle, D7 cattle,
Eighth,
Jason,
J.D. Rushing.
McMullen, Jones
Ninth,
Farms, and Wedgeworth
Satterfield
cattle are going to be
Ranch.
featured
Coming
there.
in now is class
Wait.
32.
This is class
Early
32. Let me
junior bull
change
calves.
my class deal here. I am kind of like a one-arm paper hanger over here, doing a lot of different things. So, okay, this is class 32. I just got all excited because Jason just, Happy New Year to you too. He just signed in. I don't know where you've been all day, dude. We've been here. So we are here watching. This is going to be class 32. And then we're going to go into that calf champion drive. So I got a little sidetracked. Kat and I were chit-chatting about Omega. It's a B8 and Triple H. Okay, we are excited about him too, Kat. He looked really good. And you know, this is so early in their career. So class 31, our first place was the Bullseye Ranch entry, Mr. BER Roosevelt 706. And that's going to be a Mr. BER 427 son out of Miss BER 450. And then, of course, Kat was explaining to us, hey, Michael, how are you? Hey, you guys did really good. We've got Schulte Cattle has been very well represented here, and you've had, you know, not huge numbers, but great placing. You had some champions going on in there and class winners. It was, I always love y'all's cattle. Oops, let me get back to second in that class 31 was Mr. V8 903/8, and as Kat was telling us, that is Omega, and he is a V8 146/8 son out of Miss V8 410/6, and that bull is owned with Triple H. Now I'm like getting behind, not doing my job. Let me get back over here, let y'all see some cattle. Got all excited. Y'all are talking to me, and I love it. Okay, so we are in class 32. And I hate to take y'all for such a fast ride. It gives me whiplash sometimes. Here we go. We'll watch this view right here. Okay. They kind of got me set up on the side thinking that the judge was going to judge one way. And then it kind of turned out the judge was judging another way. So it's been kind of all day long. I've been kind of back and forth. Oops. So, and I keep thinking that I can move my tripod when, oops, sorry. Let's go this direction. There we go. Then, okay, this is class 32. We have Walter's Livestock, V8 Ranch, and Trent Broussard. Okay, some good looking bulls here. Glad we can be streaming for you guys. We've got some power, we've got some battery power going on, and so far we've made it through the day. Just so you guys know, we have all of our ring photos are up. Our backdrop photos will not be up until tomorrow. I want to get a chance to kind of crop them in and, you know, move the person that, crop out that person that was in front, like jumping up and down or swinging their cowboy hat. Or, Kat, I'm going to say your dad does a good job with the cowboy hat. He can get those females' ears forward, when he was there on the champion backdrop. So you don't want to give away any trade secrets of swinging a cowboy hat to get some female ear forward.
One bull I really like in this group elevates to the top relatively quickly is the bull that's tracking around the ring now. He's one that offers a lot of quality and style, yet still chock full of muscle and product and all those things we want to bring into our herd. A bull that I like in terms of his strength down his top, great set of feet and legs, like his breed character, and not a whole lot I can say bad about that bull. The bull that we're going to have kind of come in second, I think it's really close between the three bulls. We're going to go with the one I like here next best. Big outline type of bull, one that steps down on a good set of feet and legs. We had to clean him up a little bit in that prepuce, but he's really clean in terms of his navel and his angle. He's a bull I like a little bit better out of his hip. He offers me a little bit more bull look up front, and that probably doesn't sound like a very good term, but we're going to kind of relate it to the bull that we have in third. I love the hip of the bull coming in next, but he's almost so clean and so refined about his head and neck that you got to give it a second look to make sure that we know he's a bull. He's really, really pretty. And you're like, well, you just used that in the Red Bulls, and I know it is. But I do want to say, I think as he gets a little bit more aggressive and he crests up just a little bit more, I think it will do this bull some good. But from his hump all the way back to his hip, he's really straight, he's really level, he's uniform in his depth. Again, I just like to see him a little more bully, and I think we will as he ages naturally through that progression. And then we've got a bull in my mind that's really good. He's long pattern from shoulder to hip, he's strong down his hop. He's just by far, per weight per day of age, the greenest bull in this group. Now, he's in a group of four pretty good contemporaries, and I guarantee you, no matter how many times y'all show these, you'll probably see different places along the way. I like this bull. I think he's real correct. I think he's ultra clean in terms of his navel. He just got outweighed and outpowered a little bit today in terms of his weight per day of age and size, and that's the only reason why he stood in the fourth hole. Four really good bulls in that class.
Okay, so in first in that class, we had the BRC Mr. Jumanji 67. That's going to be a Mr. V8 146
Class
over
32.
8
First
son,
place went to
and
Walters
out of
Livestock.
Mr. V8 636
Second
over
place
7.
went to
And in
Trent
second,
Broussard.
we had the Trent
Third went to
Broussard
Walters
entry,
Livestock.
and that's going to be
Fourth place went
CT.
to
I'm
V8
a
Ranch.
Poppy 8 over
We're
0.
now ready for our
And that's going to be an
champion
LMC
drive.
LN pulled Papo. Okay, we're out of here. And we're going
In
to
our
come
first
back
class, we had
with the calf champion drive.
First place
calf
was
drive.
Garrett Thomas, Mr. Hudson 798 over 0, and our second place in that class was Carson Robb with Mr. Gary Stewart. Class
Okay.
29, first place was
So
the
in that
Bullseye
very
Ranch,
first class,
Mr.
let's
VER
talk about
Quincy,
some genetics
714.
there. In that very first class,
Second place in
we
that
had
class
Garrett
went to
Thomas,
Schultz
AT
Cattle Company,
Brahman,
Mr.
and he was
SEC
showing his
Schultz
AT
Kim.
Mr. Hudson 798 over 0. That's going to be a
Class
Mr.
30,
V8
first place was
194 over
Heritage
7
Cattle
son
Company,
out of
Mr.
AT Miss
H.
Emma
Manso.
Manso. And then the winner in the
Second
second
place was
class
Razorback
is going to be that
Farm,
Bullseye
Butler's
Ranch
Polo,
entry.
3 over
That's going to
0.
be the Mr.
Class
BER
31.
Quincy 714.
First place went
That's
to
going to be a
Bullseye Ranch, Mr. BER Roosevelt,
Mr.
706.
Paquin 95 over
In that
5.
class, V8 Ranch was second with Mr. V8
95 over
8.
5, son, out of JDH
In the
Kudo
class
Manso
we
130
just
over
finished,
0. That's that very
First
awesome
place was
female
Walters
that the
Livestock
Bullseye
with
Ranch
BRC
has.
Mr. Jumanji
Then in that
67.
second class,
In second
I'm sorry, that
place
third
was
class,
Trent
we had
Broussard,
the Heritage, Team Heritage
Papo,
came in with their,
8
whoops,
over
let me
0.
back up for y'all a little bit.
This is our lineup for our calf champion.
These are our
Gray
calf
Bulls.
champion consideration. Okay, and so in that third class, as we were saying, we had that Heritage Cattle Company entry. That's Mr. H. Statesman Manso. That's going to be a Mr. H. Thor Manso son out of the Lady H. Bella Manso female. Then in that next class, our winner was another Bullseye Ranch entry. That's going to be Mr. BER Roosevelt 706. And that's going to be a BER 427 out of Miss BER 450. And in second we had, as Kat will tell me, Omega. So that's going to be coming in for considered for reserve consideration possibility. In that last class, we had the BRC Mr. Jumanji 67. That's going to also be a Mr. V8 146 over 8. son out of Miss V8 636 over 7, and that was Walter's Livestock on the stick. Now, in those second considerations, I'm going to talk real fast, see if I can get this out. We have Carson Rabb with his Mr. Gary Stewart. We have Schulte Cattle. Oh, Michael, there you go. We have the Schulte Cattle entry with Mr. SCC Schulte's, I don't know, it cuts it off. But this is going to be an SGO son. And then in that third class, we had the Trent, I'm sorry. Let's see. Oh, in that third class, we had the Brandy Barnes for Razorback and Butler. Butler's pulled Co. And then in that, sorry, getting myself confused.
Great group of great bulls. Got some good quality out here in this
and then
calf
we have
division.
Omega, and then we
bull in
have
my mind that
Trent Broussard.
relatively puts
Here we
it all
go.
together for a calf, for a bull calf. Good. You got a good showman on one part of it, but you got a really, really good bull. I feel in terms of his overall volume, he's got lots of rib. There's another bull I love in this lineup, but he doesn't have the rib of the bull that we're describing here now. Very few things you can kind of nitpick on that bull. I just see a lot of good in him. He's going to be my calf champion grade bull today.
Okay, so Walter's Livestock leading the BRC Mr. Jumanji 67, and that's a Mr. V8 146 over 8 son out of Miss V8 636 over 7. So congratulations.
Good bull that came out of that
Bobby
second
Terry.
class, and again, that takes nothing away from him. I like the bull that come out of that fourth class as well. He's got a lot of style and eye appeal to him, and got some product to him as well. But the bull that I'm coming to next is one that I just really liked in that class. That was a tough class, tough division, and that's the bull coming out of the third class. He's going to be my reserve grade today.
Okay, in our third, out of the third class, we have the Team Heritage Bull, Heritage Cattle Company. That's going to be Mr. H. Statesman Manso. That's going to be the Thor son, is going to be our reserve champion. So our reserve champion was out of third class. That's going to be entry 658 if you're following along with your book. And that's the Mr. H. Thor Manso son. And our champion in the calf division was the Walter's Livestock entry, I believe for BRC, and that's going to be BRC Mr. Jumanji. I just like saying Jumanji. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Somebody's going to have to like get on here and tell me if I'm saying it right. But I like saying it.
From Walter's Livestock, entry 595, BRC Mr. Jumanji 67.
Okay, see, she says
And a
Jumanji.
reserve
I'm like Jumanji.
came out of
I don't
class
know, might be
30,
saying it
Heritage Cattle Company, entry number 658, Mr. H. Statesman's Manso. Now begin our intermediate classes.
Okay. We're going to go to our
Class
intermediate
35.
classes.
Make their way into the arena.
So this is going to be class 35. Class 35 is coming in the ring. Okay. Okay, well, while we have a little bit of time, we're going to run through. We're so excited, bestcattlesales.com. We're going to run through all of these sales that we're going to have in 2021. We have some other ones, but these were just ones that we thought we would kind of come share with you guys. So go to BrahmanEvent.com or else go to bestcattlesales.com, and you will be able to see all the dates and any information that we have about these online sales that we're getting ready to have. So we are really very honored to be able to hold these sales for these breeders. So thank you again for letting us participate with you and trusting us with your online cattle sale production. So here we go. We're in class number 35. Zooming on in here. Whoops, sorry about that. Took you for a quick ride. Okay, this is class 35. It's going to be our first class of the intermediate. We're working on getting all of the results up, guys. It has been a very fast and furious day today. So whoops, sorry. I know. Turn the camera, Vicky. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, here we go. Let's zoom out a little bit because we do have, oops, wait, we only have the 2 bowls. Okay, sorry guys, we only have the 2 bowls, so.
Really like this top bull here in this pair. One that again, just balances up awful well, but sure got a lot of rugged power to him as well. Great set of feet and legs underneath this bull. Really pretty hip and extremely strong right there behind his hump. Bull that comes in next is a really long pattern type of a bull, one that I think has a good hip in him. Gets a little bit weaker there right behind his hump compared to our class winner, but a bull that's body type and feet and legs fit him in terms of a relatively complete package. Just gives up some of the power we see in our class winner.
Okay, so in first in that class,
Results of class 35, late senior
we
bull
had
calves. First
Team
place goes to
Heritage.
Heritage Cattle Company.
That was Team Heritage,
Second
Heritage
place
Cattle
goes
Company
to
with their
J.D.
Mr. H.
Huggins
Malone
Ferguson
Manso
Cattle.
32. That's going to be a
Ready
Mr.
for
H.
class
Maddox
36,
Manso
early
out of
senior
the
bull
lovely
calves.
Lady H. Adeline Manso. And then in second, we had the Ferguson Cattle Company entry. That was going to be JDH Mr. Manso 522 over 1. And that's going to be a JDH Mr. Manso 779 over 4 son. So we are coming in with, sorry about that, guys. Got to get the class number corrected. And we are now in class 36. Alrighty then. This is class number 36 coming in the arena. Thank you guys so much for watching. And do know that if you missed any of our live streams, you can go and watch them. They'll be in the thread of our Facebook. Also, you can always go on our YouTube channel. That's a really easy place to find our videos and stuff. So you can go on our YouTube channel also. And I believe we're also streaming live on our website, just in case somebody doesn't have Facebook. So I'm just looking at my comments here with you guys in Facebook. For those of you who are watching it live on YouTube, sorry, I can't talk to everyone. So if you're making comments there and stuff, I just can't watch that many things. Hey Joaquin, how are you? Joaquin. So glad you are watching. And where are you watching from today? Thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. Hey Dylan, how are you again? Woohoo! Well, Dylan, we get to stream this because you guys over at Elgin help us be able to afford to be here. So we just really appreciate all that you guys do for us. So while we're watching this, we're going to zoom out just a little bit. What is this? This is class number, yep, this is class 36. And we are going to thank our good friends at Elgin Breeding Service. So thank you guys for all you do. That's Elgin Breeding Service, family tradition since 1954. Thank you guys so much for watching. And then we're going to have to tell you guys about the Brahmin Selecto sale. We have the Brahmin Selecto sale. Some really top breeders there in Mexico will be having their online sale with us again on Best Cattle Sales. And that sale is going to be February 6th. And really thank you guys for choosing us to have your online auction. You guys had, so just, if you guys have not seen the cattle in Mexico, I mean, they do a tremendous job in their breeding program. So make sure to go and look. We don't have any lots up yet for that. Hey, Misty, how are you? Aw, thanks. You know, Misty, we miss seeing you, but I certainly do understand. Are you coming this weekend, maybe by chance? Can you get up here this weekend? Are the kids showing maybe in the junior show? Because I will be here for the junior show. We don't always stay for the junior show. Sometimes we can't be everywhere, but this show we are. ABBA asked us to be here for them, and we are here for the ABBA. Again, this is class number 36. I know there's a special cowboy that Misty has been watching. And like I said, we will be here for the junior show also. So and that junior show is going to be, oops, let me get you guys around here. We ran out of balls. Okay. The junior show is going to be on Sunday. So we're taking a day off on Friday. I think they're giving me a day of rest on Friday because they know that I'll be tired because I'm old. So anyway.
That makes two of us.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Oh, Charity. Hey, how are you? And you are so right. She is getting to stick some great cattle. But you know what? She is really good in the arena, so that probably has something to do with it. And everyone in the arena has to work so much harder than I do. I just sit here and talk, which you do a lot of. Okay, it's 6:20. Whoever guesses the exact time that we will be finished with this show, I don't know, wins a shout out. A special Facebook shout out. Okay, but we have to take champion photos afterwards. But we've done a good job so far of getting everything up and online. Gray bulls will probably be later tonight. You are so welcome, Charity. We miss seeing you. Are you here? I don't think you're here. I think you're just watching online is what I kind of gathered from all that. Try to zoom in on some of these bull butts. Oops. I think my camera has gotten a little loose because it's moving every time I touch it. Sorry, guys. Kind of got a little wiggle going on. I think we're getting tired. Oh, you'll be here tomorrow. Well, that's awesome. So, Charity, come and find me, or I'll come find you, and we'll have a appropriate social distance hug with each other. Been a rough end of 2020 and a rough beginning of 2021. But we're positive it's going to get better, guys. Okay, let's see what he is doing. I think he's walking the top three. What do you think, Brandolyn? Do you think that's what we're doing right now?
I think so.
Okay. Charity, I hope you're watching. We're walking the top three here. Woohoo, shout out. Okay.
Good group of bulls throughout. We've got some really good rugged ones all the way down to the end there. Allow me to tell you the reasons and why I found it the way I did. We'll start with a bull in my mind that's the most complete. He's the bull, especially in this top pair, that has the body that I like. Much deeper sided type bull, one that's correct, good set of feet and legs on him. He's one that, again, when he gets set down on the profile, he's got an awful big hip in him. He's maybe not as square and level or as clean made as the bull that we have coming in second. But in terms of overall body and in terms of power, he's the one to find really easily in that top pair. The next bull is a little bit greener bull compared to some of these other bulls out here today, but he's one that I like. He's ultra correct. He's got a good set of feet and legs on him, so athletic off both ends of the skeleton. He's a bull that maybe not as deep-hearted or as bold-ribbed as maybe some of these other bulls out here, but I think he's ultra correct and ultra clean, and he's good enough to get the top pair in a pretty tough bull class. Bull follows his type and kind as a bull that comes in next. One that's really strong over the top part of his, over his back and through his hip. He's a little bit more coarse, not near as fluid as the bull that we just described in terms of how he tracks off both ends of his skeleton, but he's similar in his type and kind and got lots of power down his top. Then you got kind of a bull that you like a lot of things about him. He's got a good big hip in him as well. He's relatively straight from shoulder to hip. He's a bull that just gets maybe a little bit coarser made over his top. When the young man profiles him and sets him up like that, again, pretty tough bull. A little more undulous slightly in terms of his navel there, but he's got an adequate angle. One of the larger scrotum bulls in the class in terms of hopefully maturity and things of that nature. Again, just not maybe as clean through his front 1/3 and just a little bit steeper out of his hip on the move than that top group. Have a really nice, stylish, pounds light bull in this class, but he's probably one of the more correct bulls outside of the bull that was second place in this class. You like him from his feet and legs. He's really athletic and kind of reaches out there. He's one that needs to reach, be a little bit deeper through the heart, add a little bit more weight per day of age to compete with some of these bulls ahead of him. But he's ultrasound off both ends. Love that pigment and color, and again, he's awful nice through his hip. The super rugged bull is the one we have in next, by far the most bone of anything in the class. It works a touch to his disadvantage today, as he just gets a little bit out-styled in this class. The bull holds himself together really well down his top line, but he kind of wants to roach up just a touch depending on what time you're looking at him. The next bull that's coming is, again, a really deep-made, soggy, middle-type bull, but he's a bull that really rounds out of his hip. And then the bull that rounds this class, I just like to see, he's a bull that's probably 4 places better than he is right now, but I'd sure like to see him a little bit more advanced in his scrotal circumference to place any higher today.
Okay, that was class number 36, guys. And our winner was the Walters Livestock entry, the JDH Mr. Gunner Manso 400. That's going to be a JDH Mr. Hero Manso son out of Walters Rebel. Everybody knows Walters Rebel.
Second goes to
pretty
Michael
famous,
Curry.
2-time show cow. And then second was Michael Curry with his Mr. V8 797/8 with Mr. V8 194/7 son out of Miss V8 14/8. And we'll go down to third because it was for AT Brahmins and
6th place went to Satterfield
Charities.
Ranch.
Very excited about that.
Seventh went to
And that was
Gracie
AT
Bell.
Mr. Anderson Manso.
Penny-
That's a
Penny
JDH
eight.
Mr. Music Manso son
And
out of
eighth went
CT
to Yannick
Lisa
County.
Manso. So now, oops, sorry guys. Let's
Now
get
ready
this
for
corrected.
class 37.
This is class 37.
Late summer yearling
so
bulls.
if Barry Smith's watching, don't be yelling at me. I
First
just
and
got to
second, y'all all
talking.
need to stay close because these classes are not very big.
Okay, looky here, looky here. Okay, there we go. This is class number 37. Thank you guys for watching. This is 37. And we're going to have a Garrett Thomas AT Brahmin entry at the very top, the closest to us. Then Michael Curry has another Mr. V8 entry. This is going to be Mr. V8 787 over 8. Then in that third hole, we have team... Oh, wait, I lied. I was looking down and reading, and I wasn't, like, actually... Oh, no, wait, I'm right. That's one farthest from me. We're starting from the bottom, farthest from me. Sorry. Team Heritage is here. From me, from this camera angle, he's the second one. You can see the H on the butt. So that is Mr. H. Abel Manso. That's going to be a JDH, oh wow, Turkana Manso son. Lady H. Barbie Manso. Did I say that right? Turkana? Oh, awesome. And then we're going to have Mr. B.E.R. Jefferson 664. That's going to be a JBR Mr. 07 over 4 son out of Miss B.E.R. 466. And Barry, if you're watching, your wife's watching over here. Oh, wait. No, you're not here. Sorry. Okay. This is the AT Brahmin's entry. Walk in here with the lovely Savannah. And then we have Team Heritage feeling a little frisky down there. Oops, sorry, my little camera is getting loose. It is definitely bouncing around. We're almost done, so I think it'll hang in there. We're hoping it will. Okay, let me get you back so you guys are seeing some bulls. I'm not just seeing empty arena. There we go. And it looks like we've got the Bullseye Ranch is coming up to the top of the class. That's going to be the B.E.R. Jefferson. That's B.E.R. Jefferson. And as long as we're sitting here kind of like this, we are going to run through a few of the people that support us on our Best Cattle Sales site. So we have, whoops, oops, I lied. Oops, let's go back here. Did it backwards, guys. Okay, so Carolina Brahmin Breeders Association, thank you for using us for your online and live auction. To Diamond P Cattle, thank you guys. You're going to have 2 more sales coming up in 2021. Then of course we have the Southern Classic. That's also Philip Gilstrap running that one too. Thank you guys. Oops, and let's listen to what
I'm
the
gonna start
judge
with a bull
has
that
to say.
raises to the top of this group, and it's a pretty good group of 4 as well. I love the strength right there behind his hump. He's just ultra thick down his top, but more importantly, he's almost nearly level from his shoulder to his hip. Bull that's got a great angle to his navel, good set of feet and legs underneath him. We'll probably talk him later. We've got a bull that comes second in that class. Again, maybe just slightly shorter couple in terms of length from shoulder to hip, but another really clean made bull. By far the cleanest in this group in terms of navel and front 1/3 if you're talking about cleaning up leather. Big hip in that bull too. Good set of feet and legs underneath him. Again, just got a little bit out power in terms of overall size of the bull that won this class. The bull I like from a profile standpoint stands in third. He's a bull in my mind that from the profile you like a lot about him. Not near as strong right there behind the shoulders.
We love that BER bull
kind of
too.
gets a
He
little
looks
bit
pretty
taller
cool.
through his
I
hip.
agree, Dylan.
But more importantly,
I
you
bet
really
all
like
4 of
him
these
out
will
of
be
his
being
hip.
collected
When you
at
get
some point
behind
in time
him,
in
he
the
gets a
future.
little bit maybe slightly more narrow than those 2 really flat top square level hip bulls. And that's so it became a standpoint of I really love him from the profile, but I really love those other bulls from behind as well. This is a really tough class, so that's kind of where I saw him. And then you've got a really rugged made bull coming in next, good set of feet and legs, fits his body. He simply is a little bit shorter from nose to tail than the rest in this group, and only slightly lighter behind the hump in terms of his overall shape. That's a good bull. That's a good class of 4. Again, I just want to explain how.
Alrighty, guys. So in first we had the Bullseye Ranch entry, and that was class 37, guys.
Results of the
that
class
was
37 late summer yearling bulls.
Bullseye
First
Ranch
place
entry,
went to
Mr.
Bullseye
BER
Ranch.
Jefferson 664. That's going to be a
Second went
JBR
to the
Mr.
Heritage Cattle
07 over
Company.
4 out of
Third
Miss
went to
BER
Michael Curry.
466.
And fourth place
And
went
then
to
in
Garrett
second we had the
Thomas.
Mr. H. Abel
Now coming
Manso
in is our last
307
class
over
for our
9, and that's a
intermediates.
JDH Turkana Manso
Class 38,
son out of Lady
early
H. Barbie
summer
Manso.
yearling
Hey
bulls.
Mandy, glad to have you watching us.
I need all first
I think
and
Mandy's been
seconds
watching us
from
all
the
day though.
previous
Okay, so this
intermediate
is
classes to be here
class
in the back
number
to line up.
38. Class number 38. And again, guys, I'm sorry, I've got a little camera wiggle, but I really can't do anything about it till the show's over. So y'all are just going to have to wiggle along with me. Sorry. Here we go.
Walters are going to want to take backdrops tomorrow at some point.
If people could kind of get together
Yeah.
and kind of pick like a certain kind of
What we
time,
have to make an announcement.
that would be fine. If it and I'm good with whatever y'all want, but just
What is
like
going on tomorrow?
nothing. There's
At
no
all?
show
That
at all.
Cornhole tournament thing. That makes me think of a really bad image in my cornhole.
Okay,
That word.
so yeah, we're gonna mute right here now.
It looks dark over there right now.
Oh,
Is it-
and you know what
actually,
though?
you're turning
You know
out
what?
really nice.
Wait. Sound off. Sound off. Sorry guys. Sound off. Okay, guys, we're back. We were just talking about how we are going to be spread the word. Brahman Journal will be back tomorrow to take official backdrop photos. If you didn't get your backdrop photos today, if you want a class, if you want a championship, if you just were in a class and you would like to take a photo on the backdrop, we will be here. We're kind of guessing around 1. The dirt by the backdrop was a little uneven, and so we're hoping we'll get it evened out. So we're going to ask lovely Miss Morgan, who is all things ABBA and who's done just a great job with putting this show together. We're going to ask her if they'll have the dirt kind of fixed over by the
Got a great
backdrop.
top pair here, but
Okay, let's look and
just
see who
really
we
I
got.
like here in the top of this pair.
So
A
this
bull
is
that,
class
again, I don't find a lot
38.
of flaws in. I think he fits his body type in terms of balance and eye appeal. Got a good set of feet and legs underneath him. Everything points straight and true. Good set of ribs underneath him. Really got that three-dimensional shape even compared to the bull that we have in second. Just really strong out of his hip. Can't say enough good things about him. The bull that comes in next, again, is no slouch. It's a bull I really like as well, too. Bull very similar to his type and kind in terms of his overall rib shape. He's a bull that, again, big old hip behind him, really rugged in his bone work, still very ground covering in his stride. He's a big outline type of a bull. Again, I think he just gives up just a touch of the style points we see in that bull that I placed on top of him, but he's sure full of muscle as well. And then the next bull I like in this group is a really long pattern type of a bull that comes in next. He's fairly rugged through his bone as well, got a good angle to his navel. And then we got a black bull behind him, gets a little bit shorter coupled than the bull that we were just now talking. I do think he's really a meat wagon in terms of that. He's just a little bit coarser made in terms of how he looks in terms of style. He gets a little more undulous in terms of the angle of his navel. And then the bull that walked out just a minute ago, again, could use more rib to compete with this group of 4 ahead of him.
Okay, let's see. We are getting ready to do the intermediate championship drive. And while I get ready for that, we're going to give you a commercial. Otherwise, you're going to see a lot of wiggle and a lot of, oops, sorry, that's wrong.
Results of class 38. First place went to Joyce Custom Fitters. Second went to Satterfield Ranch. Third went to Avonlea Nietzsche. Fourth went to J&L Cattle Service. And fifth went to Rodriguez Cattle Company. Look,
You would think after all day,
I've been doing the best I can with
Just
that name,
say
and I
it.
still haven't got it correct.
I can't either.
But it's close.
And she is so kind, she doesn't get mad at us. Okay, so in that last class, we've talked about the rest of these intermediate champion entries right here. But in that last class, we had Joyce Custom Fitters, and that was going to be the Mr. Bar D MN Ghost Rider. Okay, Carlitos, ¿cómo estás? ¿Dónde está? Are you watching from Merida? I haven't seen you in forever. Okay, sorry, good friend watching. So Joyce Custom Fitters, Mr. Bar D MN Ghost Rider. That's going to be a Mr. H. Vega Manso son out of Lady H. Eva Manso. And that was our class winner in class 38. And in second, we had the Mr. SNS Boone 400 over 9. And that is a Mr. SNS Mighty Mouse son out of Miss SNS Brinley 938 over 7. And that was the Satterfield Ranch entry. So he was second in that last class. We have 4 classes. So again, we're going to talk just like super quick.
I'm falling down on my job. It's this group I've got up here with me that's
Bad influence.
mind.
Okay.
But
So
they're
in
great
class
intermediate
35, we had
division.
Team Heritage
Hey,
with Mr.
we
H.
gotta have a little
Malone
fun.
Manso 32.
Class number 35, first place was Heritage Cattle Company.
Oh, we'll let her
Mr.
do
H.
it.
Malone Manso 32.
He's a Maddox
Class
son.
35, second place was J.D. Hudgens Farguson Cattle. JDH, Mr. Manso 522 over 1, Class 36. First place was Walters Livestock, JDH, Mr. Gunnar Manso 400.
And
Second
that
place in that class was
bull
Michael
is
Curry,
out of JDH Mr. Hero Manso. It's by JDH Mr. Hero Manso and
Class
out of the
37
famous
was
Walters
Bullseye
Rebel.
Ranch, Mr.
And then second
B.E.R.
was Michael
Jefferson
Curry.
664. Second place in that class was the Heritage Cattle Company, Mr. H. Abel Manso, 307 over 9. In our last class, Joyce Custom Fitters, Mr. Bar G.M.N. Ghost Rider.
Bardee.
And the second place in that class was the Satterfield Ranch, Mr. S.N.S. Boone, 400 over 9. This is your lineup for your intermediate champions.
I know it's been like since Chiapas. I mean, it's been like forever. When will we get to come back? I was in Merida not too long ago. You missed
Yeah, we
me.
talked to them. Let's lighten up on that standpoint.
should have called you.
There's two out in my mind that I just feel like really elevate kind of to the top
Sorry,
of this
guys,
group
just having a
of
chit-chat.
lineup. There's one in my mind though that just is a touch cleaner made, a touch ultimately sound, but just a touch cleaner made. It still kind of has all of those product characteristic traits that we like to see. A really, really good one, and that's the bull here on the far end. He's going to be a great champion bull.
Okay, so our intermediate champion bull. Our intermediate champion bull is going to be the Heritage. The Heritage, Team Heritage. Okay. So that's going to be Mr. H. Malone man.
As
So
we
that's
come
going to be a
back,
Maddox
again,
son.
a bull that I really like coming out of that
Then it looks like we're
senior
moving.
class in that junior division. Again, just maybe not as clean
Team
as the bull in
Heritage.
terms of that navel, but have to love the power he has from nose to tail. My reserve gray junior champion bull comes
intermediate.
out of the senior class.
I think it's intermediate. Isn't this intermediate? Are we in the intermediate division? I might be
Our
long.
champion intermediate bull
Oh, okay, intermediate. Good.
is
Good to know.
Heritage Cattle Company, entry number 653, Mr. H. Malone, Manso 32. Our reserve is Joyce Custom Fitters, entry 270, Mr. Bardee M.N. Ghost Rider.
Hey, Audra, did you just see? We had a
Now
Team
ready for
Heritage
our
win champion
first
in
class
the
of
intermediate.
junior, the late junior bull yearlings.
Okay, we are getting ready to, and then
Or
we're going to
yearling bull,
remind
whatever you
everybody,
want to say.
since Audra made this, woohoo, the Heritage Cattle Company Spring Brahmin Bull online sale. Best cattle sales, that's us. We're going to be running that online auction, and we are very honored that Team Heritage has chosen us to run their auction, and Audra's watching, and she made the commercial, so woohoo. She did an awesome job. Thank you. Gail is saying shout out to Audra. And then we just had a Team Heritage bull. See, you can go online and buy a bull. We just had Team Heritage bull win the intermediate. So the judge got a little ahead of himself. He was kind of hoping we were done and getting closer, but we were in the intermediate. So we're going to get ready to come in with, whoops, I need to edit this. Got a lot of wiggle and it's making me crazy. Okay, this is going to be, hey Carl, how are you? This is going to be class 41. Okay. So we're on class 41. So Gayla, guess who just like popped on Facebook and said hi to me is Carlitos of NALA.
Oh, it's
I
really awesome.
haven't
Oh,
seen.
I haven't
Okay,
seen him in forever.
we haven't seen you guys in forever. I was just
All
chit
of
chatting.
our friends.
I know.
had
We
a note
really do.
handed
And
to me.
he said I haven't seen him
We're gonna be
since
taking
Chiapas. And
official
it's true.
backdrop
Since
photos
Tux
that will be
Gutierrez.
taken
That's like a
by
year and a half
the
ago. Crazy.
Brahman Journal.
Oh, that's
Correct,
us.
Vicki?
Yep,
Uh-huh.
that's me. What? What are we doing?
I'm announcing this memo I got.
Okay, good.
Official backdrop photos tomorrow,
Yes?
1 o'clock.
Yes.
The Brahman Journal will be here.
Yep. If anybody wants backdrop or if they had a class win or they just had
If you
fun
have
in
a
the
class
arena,
winner,
They
If you
just want
wanna
to be
get
on
your
the
picture
backdrop.
taken, come on by and Vicki will do that tomorrow.
Actually, Brandolyn and I will do it. And we have a good camera.
We're throwing Brandon under the bus. She's gonna do it.
She gonna do it. And she has a great camera and she does a good job. I'm gonna be making the cow noises to get the ears forward.
Hey, you're good at
Sounds good.
That's
to
my
me.
job.
You're good.
I know. I can make some noise now. Carlitos is probably over there laughing because I make him always go back and like, I know. She thought she was going to help me. She was going to come over and help me. And then she heard my noise and she's like, oh, we're good. I think Vicky's got it. Yep. I know how to make the noise, guys, don't I? We always want to make sure you guys have great photos. Okay. We are in class 41. Yes, we will be taking. Flying H Cattle is asking us the question, will we take backdrop pictures after Saturday's show? We certainly will. We are here for you. We'll be here for Saturday and we'll be here for the junior show. So thank you for asking that. We will be doing backdrop photos. You know, if you're feeling real confident, you can always go get a photo on Friday and maybe use it for
Tough
Saturday.
trio,
No,
really
just
good
kidding.
top pair. I'm going to go with the Red Bull here to start the class, a little more my style. One that's just a little bit more nearly level from his shoulder to his hip. One that reaches out and strides well enough for me today. Good body depth, great angle in terms of that navel, real stylish bull on the top end. The slightly thicker ended bull is the bull that we have in second. A little less nearly level in terms of from shoulder to hip, but he's really square out of his hip, either on the move or when he stood tracking. Again, a really deep twisted type of a bull as well. Maybe just a touch more underneath in terms of navel, but a really thick-ended bull. Again, just a difference there in terms of levelness over his top. And then you got a bull that is the levelest probably designed in this group of three. It's a bull that's really rugged through his bone as well. Gets just a little bit more open through that front 1/3 in terms of his shoulders. He's a bull that gets a touch flatter on the side in terms of his rib shape, but I still think he's adequate in terms of his rib. It's a really good bull, really square and level topped made bull as well. Good trio.
Okay, we're getting ready to move into, whoops, see, I got a lot of wiggle on the camera. And I don't
Results of class
have a lot
42,
of-
the late junior yearling bulls. First place went to Joyce Custom Fitters. Second went to V8 Ranch. And third went to J&L Cattle Service.
Okay,
We're now ready for
so
class
in
43.
first we have
early
the
junior
CT Gold
yearling
Nugget
bulls.
14/9.
After this
That's
class,
Adelia
we will
F.
have
Mr.
our junior
Butterbean
champion.
out of CT Madame Boudreaux. And then we have the V8, Mr. V8 582/8. And that's going to be a Mr. V8 458/7 son out of Miss V8 46/8. So this is class 42. Oh, Lord. Looky here. We got a little showman that's doing a great job. Okay. Looking good. And looky here.
Got a deep, bold-centered bull here to start this pair. One, again, big outline, long pattern, really long from shoulder to hip. Somewhat deceiving because he has so much shape in terms of his rib. Good set of feet and legs on this bull, extremely advanced in his testicular growth. And then you got a bull here that comes next. Got a nice long pattern type of a bull that's got some shape and things of that nature to him. Just gets a touch flatter rib compared to my big bull that wins the class, but two nice bulls.
Okay, so
In our class of 43,
who was CAF champion?
first place went to the V8 Ranch, and second place went to J. Ford Cattle. Coming in for our interim,
Who was CAF champion?
coming in for our junior champion.
Let's see.
Well, the tongue's getting a little goofy now. Junior champion, reserve junior champion, we count a class 41. We had a single entry. That would be Cooper Broussard with
595, the
Mr.
BRC.
C.T. Toto
Yeah.
Manso, 16.
I'm sorry.
Out of class 42, our winner was Joyce Custom Fitters with CT Gold Nugget 14 over 9. Second place in that class was V8 Ranch with Mr. V8 482
brand number
over
62.
8.
Yeah.
In
was
class
shown by Walters.
43, our class winner was the V8 Ranch, Mr. V8 562 over 8. Second in that class was J. Ford Cattle, Mr. V8 538 over 8.
Sorry guys, I got a lot of wobble here.
This is our junior champion lineup.
Great bulls out here. One in my mind just kind of stands out as the style and kind that I like, and hopefully feel like I've been picking a few of similar to that today. And that's the one coming out of that second class. This will be my junior champion bull. Great.
Okay, this is our junior champion. This is going to be the CT Gold Nugget, 14 over 9. This is a DF Mr. Butterbean son out of CT Madame Boudreau.
So we evaluate bringing that second place coming out of that class. Again, that was a relatively tough pair. Pretty good class from end to end. Love the bold center nature of the big bull on the far end, and I like the style and balance of the darker bull here on the other side. But we're going to go with our second place coming out of that class. That'll be my reserve junior champion grade today.
Our junior champion bull went to Joyce Custom Fitters, number 272, CT Gold Nugget, 14 over 9. A reserve junior champion went to the V8 Ranch, entry 470, Mr. V8 582 over 8. We're now ready for our aged bulls. Our first class is the late senior yearling bulls.
Okay, we're in our first class of the senior bulls. First class of the senior bulls is what we're getting ready to do. And I'm trying to catch myself back
Before
up.
we start this next group of senior grade bulls, let's just take a moment and I want to say thank you to Pasquale and Miss Trish and Natalie and everybody who helped put today on. It wasn't easy getting the show put together over the last couple of months, but we really got together. And thank y'all for working with us on the master roll and being patient with us getting everything done. It's great to be able to be back in the show ring, and let's just keep working to where we can keep going on to Saturday and to Sunday. So thank y'all for everything.
Whoops, sorry guys. This is our first class of senior bulls. So this is going to be class number. Lord. Getting behind. Sorry, guys. 43. Oops, sorry. And I'm not getting even a bull to look at. Okay, sorry guys. Apologize. Oh, I lied. This is class 46. Sorry.
Got an ultra level hip type bull here to start this pair. Two really thick made type bulls. Again, just love the levelness of design of this bull.
Sorry,
here.
this
It's
is
gonna
class
win this
46.
Like
Sorry,
the amount
guys.
of thickness and natural width that the bull has coming in second. A touch more rounded out of his hip, just a little bit shorter in terms of his cannon. He's fairly level from his shoulder to hip. He just kind of with a little bit more excess up here gives you a little lower centered look. Again, maybe not as long strided as the bull that wins this class, but I absolutely love the length of hip and the levelness of design of the bull that wins this pair. Good pair.
Okay, now we're going to go to class 47.
Class 46 had one entry, so that entry will come in here on a champion drive. This class was 47 with the age Summer Bulls.
Oh, that
First
was
place
43.
went to
I'm so sorry, guys.
Avonlea Nietzsche. And
What?
second place went to Rodriguez Cattle Company. We're now on our last class of the day. This is the one you've been looking for.
Okay, I'm not even
Cole.
going to put the class numbers.
Yes.
I'm done.
Class 48, this is age Spring Bulls.
This is class 48. Sorry, guys. Okay, so 46 only had one entry because somebody scratched. So they didn't bring it in. And then this last class that we just did was class 47. Brandolin, was first the box R in the last class? Okay, so shout out. I wonder if Al Rogers is watching. I'm really sorry, Al. I was busy doing other things, but Carlos Guerra's watching. Hey, Carlos. And Michael Schulte's watching. Okay, thank you guys for watching. So in class number 47, this is class 48. I'll put that up in a minute. They got me all confused because they didn't tell me 46 wasn't coming in. But first in the last class was the box R Mr. CC 154/8. That's the JDH Sherleon Manso son out of box R Miss Caney Creek 115. Don't forget, there will be the online auction with us at Best Cattle Sales in April. That'll be their 4th annual. That's the 4T Family Traditions 4T and box R online auction. And then oh, good. Okay. And then this is class 48. This is the last class, right? Okay, this is the last class. I wonder if Bob Rich is watching. Okay, so this is the last class of senior bulls. Last but not least. Okay, and then we'll do the championship drive. And second in that previous class was the Rodriguez Cattle Company entry. That was FH, Mr. Steel 818. That's going to be a Mr. U4 Buckle Storm son out of EE Carla AF Erickson. Okay.
And we got a really good one here on top. Just absolutely super good on his feet and legs. As correct as you can be at this size. As nearly level as you want him over the hip. Just a lot of good in this bull that wins this class. Got a good red one behind him. Little shorter coupled in comparison. But a bull too that's got a lot of power with him. The one that kind of comes in third just gets a touch more rounded out of the hip maybe than that top pair, and we're talking just kind of mildly there in terms of how he's muscle shaped. Very similar in type and kind to the bull that placed ahead of him. And then the long pattern bull from nose to tail is the one that rounds the class out, just gives up a little of that power in terms of overall volume and muscle shape.
Okay, so Bob Rich was watching, and he was watching
Class
as his
48
bull was
results.
second.
First place went to the V8 Ranch.
Which one?
Second went to Rich Cattle
Which V8?
and J.D. Hudgens.
Cat, which V8
Third
was
went
it?
to V8 Ranch, and fourth went to Garrett Berry. We're now bringing in our
Which V8?
classes for our
Okay, that'll
senior champion. Class 46
It was
a single
473.
entry.
Okay.
IS Ranch, IS Mr. Weeks 137.
Here is the IS. Oops, wait, sorry, guys. This is senior division
class
drive.
47.
So we were talking with Bob Rich.
First
Who,
place went to
thank
Ailey
you, Bob.
Mitchie,
He is going to have a. Hey, Wendy, how are you?
Miss Box R,
Bob
Mr.
and
CC,
Wendy,
154
Rich Cattle,
over 8.
they're going to have an
Our second
online
place in
sale
that
with
cat
us. We're
class
very
was Rodriguez
honored
Cattle.
that they're going to do
FH
that, and it's
Mr.
going to be
Steele,
in May. We will
818.
keep you informed.
In our last class that we
Okay.
just finished,
So
V8
excited
Ranch,
that
Mr.
Bob was
V8
watching as his bull was
322
second in a
over 8.
very hard class. Bob
and
and
our second
Wendy.
in that class
Okay,
was
Peyton,
Rich
thank
Cattle,
you. That was the
Rich Cattle
322 bull.
and
Thank
J.D.
you.
Hudgens, JDH
Thanks, Kat.
Cowboy Manso, number 28.
They just announced
This is
like
our senior
V8 Ranch, and
champion
you have 2
lineup.
entries in that class. I don't know which one it is, so I get confused. So thank you, Peyton
Got a single entry
and
we did
Kat
not
and
get to
Peyton.
talk in class. One that I'll talk just a little bit
Kept
here.
me on
Really good
target
bull.
here.
Got a lot of volume, a lot of rib shape to this bull. Really pretty out of his hip. He's got a lot of muscle shape, but yet still stays very square. From his hook up from nearly level over his hip rather. He's a bull too when you get in front of him. He's right in terms of where his shoulder is to his hip. That's a really nice single entry. Could have stood some competition. We may bring him back up here in a minute. But we're gonna go now for our champion overall senior gray bull. A bull that I just absolutely love in terms of feet and legs. We talked to him quite a bit in class, and that's the senior class winner, senior
Okay,
gray champion bull
congratulations.
today.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Kat. I didn't know which one it was, but now we do. This is our champion senior, won that last class also. That's Mr. V8 322 over 8. That's going to be a Mr. V8 380 over 6 son without of Miss V8 33 over 8. A lot of threes there. And that bull was led by
A little bit
Jim
tighter
Wilson.
decision for me, like that second place that comes out of that class. Really good bull and a really good class, but I'm going to follow more similar in my type and kind overall champion and use a really clean made, really nice featured bull here on the end. And he'll be my reserve senior gray bull today.
Okay, and he followed it up, even though he really liked that second place bull, which of course was the Bob Rich Cattle Company bull. That's Wendy and Bob.
The
And
winner
that was
is
the
senior
JDH
champion,
Cowboy
went to
Manso
V8
bull.
Ranch, Mr. V8 322
But he comes
over
back
8.
with our senior champion,
Our
reserve senior
senior
champion
champion is the IS Ranch.
IS Ranch entry.
IS Mr. Weeks 137.
How come I can't? Okay,
Now
there he
gonna
is.
bring in
And that
our-
was IS
Division champions.
IS Ranch Fitting. That was Bethelyn. The lovely Brandolyn works for us, and that was her sis Bethelyn, who like always helps out. She ran the camera a little
Coming
earlier
in
for
our
me.
calf
That was
division,
IS Mr. Weeks
our
137.
champion
That's an IS Mr.
Was Walter's Livestock. BRC Mr.
Don't ask.
Jumanji 67.
Son out of MDS Lady Reload. Okay, so now we're getting ready to go into the
Our
Grand
intermediate
Champion Drive.
was Heritage Cattle Company.
Grand
Mr.
Champion
H.
Drive
Malone
here.
Manso 32. Our junior champion was from the Joyce Custom Fitters, CT Gold Nugget 14/9. And just completed our senior champion, the V8 Ranch, Mr. V8 322/8.
Okay, this is our grand champion
Our
drive,
reserve
guys.
from the Gray
I hope
Cat
you're watching it on a
champion
big
was the
screen.
Heritage
It's really
Cattle
good on a
Company,
big
Mr.
screen.
H.
Kat told me
Statesman
that.
Manso. Our intermediate reserve champion was Joyce Custom Fitters, Mr. Bar GMN Ghost Rider. Our junior reserve champion was Mr. V8. Lost it. 582, I believe, over 8. And our senior champion from the V8 Ranch, no, our reserve senior champion, I'm sorry, is IS Ranch. IS Mr. Weeks 137.
I've seen them long enough. I won't put any more drama on it. Great set of bulls. Again, appreciate the opportunity to come here. Trish and Pasquale, again, this was kind of a double up from what we had canceled on us, and y'all invited me to that one, and I appreciate y'all allowing me to come back to this one. With no further ado, the bull that I like best comes out of the senior division. Our senior champion gray will be our overall gray bull champion here today.
Okay, so the V8 Ranch bull
Our overall
is going to be
champion goes
grand
to the
champion.
V8 Ranch, Mr. V8 322/8.
322/8. That, of course, is the V8 380 Sun. Coming in for reserve consideration is going to be the IS Ranch entry.
It's hard to break up a good thing. The calf champion, again, ultra rugged for a calf at that size, somewhat dominated that group. I love the one coming out of that intermediate division, about as much as I love the one that comes from the junior division as well. That's a really, really good bull. But for me, I'm going to follow suit with a bull that I think follows suit with our overall champion in terms of clean made, level hip, level design, sound free moving big bull. Our reserve senior champion will be our reserve overall bull.
All right, Bethlehem, reserve grand champion. And the crowd went
Our
wild.
reserve champion overall bull comes from the IS Ranch. IS Mr. Weeks 137.
So congratulations,
Thank you,
she
Cole.
was
We
reserve
appreciate
grand
you.
champion.
I need you to sign this before
And
you
now we're
leave.
going to take some Are we going to take grand and reserve grand photos? Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, congratulations to V8 Ranch and of course IS Ranch, which, you know, Brandolyn is going to get to take her sissy's picture.
Yes.
Again, we will be here tomorrow around 1 to take any backdrop photos, official kind of photos that you might need. Congratulations to all the champions, and thank you to everyone that helped us be here today. So really appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you guys Saturday online, but here in the building tomorrow. Bye, guys.